Are you serious? We've got a Bible prophecy alert. Bible prophecy alert. This just came to me from Luis Alonso, also known as Purple Dog, in our chat room. Ethiopian leader Meles Zenawi died. That's Ethiopian leader Meles Zenawi died. You might say, so what? Who is he? I mean, it's not that significant, right? Wrong. I have been looking at Daniel chapter 11, 41 through 45 for 18 months. I've been preaching it to you that this was the spirit of the Antichrist. That Antichrist spirit was moving through the Middle East, through the glorious land. And we've been watching step by step nations falling in what's been known as the Arab Spring. But we, Bible prophecy scholars, know that no, it's something a whole lot bigger than that. It's an end-time apocalyptic move by the spirit of the Antichrist to take over the Middle East with the hand of the Muslim Brotherhood. And one piece of it, I've been sitting there scratching my head saying, what does it mean exactly? I think I know, but certainly Ethiopia must be a part. And the reason is, if you go to Ezekiel 38, it lists the 5 nations that will go to war in the battle of Gog and Magog, and Ethiopia is one of the 5. So I'm thinking, okay, what's up with that? Let me read it to you. This is Daniel chapter 11, 41 through 45. He shall enter also into the glorious land. Talking about the Antichrist spirit. And many countries shall be overthrown. Well, we know the Ivory Coast got rid of President Kabo. They had to force him out. They voted him out. He wouldn't leave, so they forced him out. Kabo had to go. Now, the Muslim Brotherhood and radical Islamists are taking control of that nation. Next, Ben Ali. 23 years he ran the nation of Tunisia. Gone. And the Muslim Brotherhood is fully in control of that country. Next, Hosni Mubarak, 32-year dictator, basically, of Egypt. In 18 days, overthrown. Wow! Who took over? Mohammed Morsi of the Muslim Brotherhood. Plus, the Muslim Brotherhood got the entire leadership of the parliament. And he destroyed the council thereof. He is the fierce king, the cruel Lord that you can read about in Isaiah 19, verses 1 through 4, and what's known as the burden of Egypt. There's 12 prophecies in that portion of Scripture, Isaiah 19, 1 through 4, all 12 fulfilled. Egypt is here. And next was who? Libya. And 42-year leader Muammar Gaddafi removed, pulled out of a drainage hole. Shot in the head, even though he was hiding deep down there in Tripoli. What happened? The gold, the silver, taken away from the people of Libya by NATO and dispersed among those nations. And who's in charge now of Libya, their government? Muslim Brotherhood. Next, Yemen. Yemen's president, Ali Saleh. 7 assassination attempts on him. Wounding him, burning 40% of his body. He had to go away. He came to find hospitalization in the US of A. Fallen. And now Yemen's government, who's got a lot of Al-Qaeda in it anyway, but is just about ready to be overtaken by both Al-Qaeda and the Muslim Brotherhood. Next, Syria. Syria's Assad has been fighting. It's bloody. It's a massacre. He's been killing people. He could care less. And the rebels that are fighting him, many of them are Libyan Muslim Brotherhood warriors who've been trained in Jordan, paid for by Saudi Arabia, and trained by NATO troops, including Americans, as the Muslim Brotherhood tries to take over Syria. But tidings from the north and the east has troubled this spirit, slowing it down. Who's that? From the north, that's Russia. From the east, that's China. 3 times they have vetoed the United Nations Security Council resolutions to remove Assad from power. But he will be destroyed because it says this Antichrist spirit will come with a fury and destroy it, fulfilling that prophecy. Let's read it. Here's where Ethiopia comes in. In Daniel 11, 41 through 45, he shall enter also into the glorious land. Many countries shall be overthrown. We just named them all. But these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom, Moab, and the chief children of Ammon. Those are the descendants of Jordan. And Jordan will not be overthrown because they've allowed NATO to set up shop right there in Jordan. They're not going nowhere. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries. We know that. And the land of Egypt shall not escape. We know that. But he shall have power over the treasuries and the gold and the silver. We know that happened. They took $50 billion of Jose Mubarak's wealth out of Egypt, and they've taken the $20 billion worth of gold that Gaddafi had stockpiled in Libya. We know that happened. So the treasures of gold and silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt, and the Libyans, we know those both happened, and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. He'll stop right there, while the tidings from the north and east. But folks, today, information coming to us that Ethiopian leader Meles Zenawi has died, meaning there will be a new leader. He ruled for 20 years, folks. Now he's gone. Who will take over Ethiopia? Who will rule there? Watch. The Muslim Brotherhood will come in. They're at his steps. They've been sitting at the steps while all those nations were falling, and including Egypt and Libya, and at the steps of Ethiopia, waiting to come in. Well, they'll come in now, as President Meles Zenawi has died, and the Muslim Brotherhood will move in. You will see it come in. And this is unbelievable, as the president, the Ethiopian leader, the deputy prime minister, the prime minister of Ethiopia, the leader of 20 years, dies at age 57. It's incredible. Of an infection, recovering from illness. Are you saved? We're running out of time. You got to understand. Bible prophecies being fulfilled right before our very eyes. It's happening every moment. These are unbelievable. But this isn't the end of it. Look what it says in the rest of Daniel. And like I said, what part does Ethiopia play? Ezekiel 38. Let's read that real quick. Here's the 5 nations that will participate in the battle of Gog and Magog. In the battle of Gog and Magog, in Ezekiel 38, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, and in the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, the prophecy against him. Of course, that's going to be Russia and its leader. Will that be Putin? I don't know. And it says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. And here they are. Persia, that's Iran. Ethiopia, here we go. Libya, Muslim Brotherhood's already there. With them, all of them with shields and helmets. Gomer, that's the descendants of Russia, with all of his bands. And Togarmah, that is Turkey, and all of their bands. So in my new book that I just wrote, The Mark of the Beast, RFID, you can see there's Ahmadinejad, there's Iran, there's China's vicious general. On the back, there's President Obama playing a key role as the daughter of Babylon, or Mystery Babylon. There's Mohammed Morsi. I put him on the cover and said he would win before he won. There he is in Egypt. There's Vladimir Putin. Will he beat Gog? Will he lead Magog? And in the back, I've even got Erdogan. There's Turkey. Okay? There's Benjamin Netanyahu of Israel. They're all back here, folks. And now we're looking at Ethiopia. Bible prophecy coming to pass right before our very eyes. Prophecy alert. The Prime Minister of Ethiopia has died. And now, the Antichrist spirit that's been at the steps of Ethiopia, the door has just opened for them to walk on in. Will it be the Muslim Brotherhood, or will it be some other radical Islamic terrorist group? It will be an Antichrist spirit that will take over Ethiopia and position them for the battle of Gog and Magog. Now, I know that's down the road, but the door has just opened. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Send me a personal message. I want to be saved. I want to be